could think of you of starting a party at like midnight? Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party.
DJ Twitch's wife just dropped a bombshell about Ellen and Diddy, and let me tell you, it's absolutely shocking. She's claiming they were behind his tragic end, and get this, they actually forced her to be involved. I mean, can you even? 2024 started with drama, and honey, it's ending with even more drama. Just when we thought we'd heard it all, Allison Holker shook the entire internet to its core with some seriously disturbing revelations about what really happened to her beloved husband. And trust me, what I'm about to tell you will leave you speechless. It turns out that Twitch stumbled upon some seriously dark secrets about Ellen's connections to Diddy's activities, and they weren't about to let him expose their dirty laundry. The tea is scalding, darlings. Before his devastating passing, there were these absolutely horrifying whispers about Ellen being knee-deep in Diddy's infamous private gatherings. And here's where it gets even more twisted. She allegedly tried to drag Twitch into that whole mess, but when he stood his ground and refused to play their game, well, we all know what happened next, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. Ellen and Diddy? Oh honey, they were thick as thieves back in the day before all this mess exploded. Word on the street, and I mean the very reliable street, is that she was on the VIP list for every single one of those exclusive gatherings. And in return, she made sure Diddy was practically living on her show. We're talking 17 appearances. Can you believe it? 17! I mean, you don't just casually invite someone that many times unless there's something deeper going on, right?
Thank you.
Mark, you're welcome. That was...
Now grab your teacups because this is where things get really juicy. There was this one episode, and trust me, I watched it multiple times to make sure I wasn't imagining things, where Ellen and Diddy were literally discussing these gatherings right in front of our faces. The audacity. Diddy was going on about how these parties always happened on the second and third floors of certain hotels, and Ellen just slipped up. She straight up admitted she knew all about them. But oh, honey, you should have seen how fast she backpedaled, trying to cover her tracks by claiming she only knew about them from his song lyrics. Girl, please, we weren't born yesterday.
Birthday party, am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
No, it'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, you know, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then no, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music. I've heard that song, After Party.
Let me tell you, the internet exploded. People started digging into Ellen's past like their lives depended on it. And what they found? Chile. It was not pretty. There's this absolutely wild video making the rounds showing Ellen practically running to her car, I mean literally running, when someone dared to ask her about those allegations against Diddy. The panic in her eyes, you couldn't miss it if you tried.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times.
But wait, because it gets even more twisted. Remember Ellen's ex-girlfriend, Anne Heche? Well, buckle up because this story is about to take an even darker turn. Anne mysteriously passed away, and here's the spine-chilling part, just 4 months before Twitch. The timing? Absolutely suspicious. Everyone thought Ellen was the one who ended things with Anne, but honey, that couldn't be further from the truth. Just weeks before her tragic passing, Anne spilled some serious tea on a podcast, and let me tell you, it was explosive. She revealed she was actually the one who walked away from Ellen because, and I quote, Ellen had sold her soul to the industry. Can you believe it? Anne didn't hold back, darling. She exposed how Ellen had become absolutely obsessed with money. We're talking billions. I broke up with her because her goal was to have a lot of money. Mine was to find love, Anne revealed. And hers was, I want $60 billion. Good luck, our forks are never going to meet. The further we stay on this, the further we will be apart. But that's not even the worst part. Anne claimed Ellen tried to have her committed to a mental facility and worked overtime to blackball her from the industry when she left. The drama.
The truth that I spoke, I was hit more, buried more, or despised more, and then had calculated visions and and circulations of systems that spun me up and out of the system that would in any way challenge the fact that she was not telling her own truth but another's. Why do you think she tried to put me in an institution, folks? I called my mother. Guess what? 2 people who wanted more than anything to have my truth buried. It was not my timing. I did not and could not ask God for what that would be. All I could do was stay on my truth, do what I was doing, and study this thing called love that we tried to bury. And now I am up and out of the ground. And unfortunately, those 2 women could not shut me down.
Now, hold on to your seats because this is where things get absolutely chilling. Just months after Anne exposed Ellen's dark side, she was involved in this horrific car accident that left her with second-degree burns all over her body. She was trapped in that burning car for 30 minutes before help arrived. The autopsy revealed she died from smoke inhalation, burns, and a broken sternum. They found traces of benzodiazepines in her system from past use, but none during the crash. Suspicious much? And then, just 4 months later, our beloved DJ Twitch, I can barely type this without getting emotional, he checked into this motel, the Oak Tree, just a 15-minute walk from his house. When Allison couldn't reach him after calling multiple times, she immediately knew something was wrong. The motel supervisor found him, I can't even say it, in one of the bathroom rooms. They quickly ruled it as self-inflicted, but honey, the details just don't add up. First, they said there wasn't any note, then suddenly TMZ comes out saying there was one. Like, what are they trying to hide? And Twitch's best friend Tajai Hall practically confirmed our suspicions when he revealed that Twitch had been dealing with some serious behind-the-scenes issues with Ellen right before his passing. The pieces are starting to come together, and the picture they're painting is dark.
When he was on Ellen and Ellen was being canceled, people were looking at him saying, why are you supporting this woman? And I think that is just a lot of pressure. Human beings are not designed to handle that much pressure. And when I was talking about my experience, his face was like, I know. And he was just like, it's a lot.
Now, here's the tea that'll really make your blood run cold. Allison, Twitch's wife, allegedly knows exactly what Ellen and Diddy did to her husband. But the poor thing is staying quiet to protect her babies. Can you imagine living with that kind of fear? She had to sell their family home and move somewhere new just to feel safe. She's been making all these legal moves too, filing for half of Twitch's estate, future royalties from his work on Step Up and So You Think You Can Dance. She sold their house for $3.8 million and bought a new one for $5 million. Baby girl is trying to secure her future, and honestly, can you blame her? Now, I know we're dealing with speculation here, but people have been doing some serious digging and the truth can't stay buried forever. The internet is buzzing with theories like this one person who said, as soon as I saw Ellen and Diddy were aligned, I immediately thought he saw something he shouldn't have or wanted out, and they illumine him. Another soul wrote, allegedly, Twitch was so nice and naive, he allowed Ellen to put him in a compromising position. From the time he said goodbye on Ellen's final show, I knew he was done because he was exposed to some in-house secrets. So, my loves, what do you think about all this? Do you believe Ellen and Diddy could really be involved in Twitch's passing? And is Allison really sitting on some dangerous secrets? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to click here for another totally messy story that'll blow your mind.